Hey guys, Jessica here of jessicaaenergy.com. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to talk about why we resonate with horses so much. I could really go on with this subject for probably hours and days. I've been around a lot of wonderful horse healers. My mom has been teaching horseback riding since she was 12. I've been teaching horseback riding since I was 12. And I always tell people that the reason I'm so in tune with energies is because of what I've learned by being around horses my whole life. So the first thing to share is the horse electromagnetic field around their heart is something like 30 times the size of our own. Their energy field is immense, and we can feel that. We can feel being around them from far away, and when we're around horses, they can sense us from really far away because they have that bigger energy field. So for some people that feels really good, and for some people that feels really scary because they're not used to being around bigger animals. It can go both ways, but it just shows you the power that it can be to be around horses and to be around our equine friends. Another thing that I think is really cool to understand is that horses are sentient beings, as are humans. We feel, we have emotions, and part of being this sentient being and being a human is that we don't want to get kicked out of our tribe. We're going around life and we're trying to do things to be accepted, to feel accepted, and to feel loved. And, you know, you think about anything that you're doing, you're really just wanting to be appreciated and accepted. And when we do something that feels scary and like maybe people won't like us, that feels like we might get kicked out of our tribe. And it doesn't feel very good, and it can be frightening, especially if we learned at a young age that one thing or something that we show, an emotion or an action, isn't accepted. We sort of decide that for the rest of our life, that's how we need to be. And horses, they don't care how you behave or act as long as how you're feeling on the inside matches who you are on the outside. So think about that for a moment. That's really, to me, a powerful way of being, and that's how I view people, and that's what the energy field is all about. There's the energy we're giving off, and then there's the energy that we think we are. Sometimes they're not in alignment. And if they're really not in alignment, for example, say you're around a horse and you're really scared, but you're putting on this tough girl act, I'm totally cool, nothing's wrong, no problem. A horse is going to be really confused by that, and they're going to start to get jittery because there's this dissonance between how you're feeling and how you're acting. And horses, all they want is for how we're feeling and how we're acting to be the same, to find that alignment. So if you show up to a horse and you can be your raw, vulnerable self, they're going to accept you. And it's this amazing thing to realize that when we're at our scariest, most vulnerable, emotional state, we are being accepted, not kicked out like we're afraid we're going to be. We are accepted and we are welcomed. And it is one of the most profound things that I've seen people experience in this lifetime. Maybe aside from childbirth, but still, it really touches us on such a deep level because we're afraid to open up. We're afraid that if we are truly vulnerable and share our fears and our feelings, people aren't going to accept us for them. But horses do, and in fact, they encourage it. It's such a beautiful way to learn, wow, I can be myself, I can be accepted for myself, and the more that I put that out there, the more welcomed I am. And then when people leave that experience, they can bring that with them. I can be myself. I don't have to hide anymore. I don't have to feel different than how I'm acting. Oh, it's one of the most freeing experiences that I've ever encountered and seen people encounter who have been hiding things or feeling like they can't expose themselves. And it can be scary to be exposed, but it's also just amazing when you are welcomed with such relief and open arms. But however, horses would have open arms. It's just that they want you to be yourself. And so do I. And so do most people, or anyone that deserves to be in your world. So if you've never had the chance to be around a horse and experience this, then I highly encourage you try. Another thing that is amazing about horses is that I lost my train of thought.